A cool but bright Tuesday.
Yeah, good looking day so far, Jess. Very cold morning, but even by mid-November standards, we started in most cases in the upper teens. But again, we've had almost no wind to speak of. So that's been a blessing for us. Not much wind and no wind chill impact. And with that, we've enjoyed a lot of sunshine. So things have warmed up gradually, but nicely all the same. Here's time lapse. Not a cloud to be seen for hours this morning. That's our Lewiston Auto camera time lapse from Assisi Heights. In the last couple of frames, you start seeing a few cirrus clouds coming in. And now we are, kind of draped with cloud cover overhead. Anyways, the clouds moved in mid-level clouds. So filtered sunshine, that's what we're going to have for the rest of the day. Partly sunny skies, still very light winds. Temperatures will move up just a few more degrees from where we are right now. We are just above the freezing mark here officially in Rochester as we look outside now live with our Lewiston Auto camera from the studio in Northwest Rochester. 33 right now in the Med City. Dodge Center 34. Mesa City 32 at this point. Winona 34 rather. And La Crosse 36, so just a hint of a breeze. Keeps that wind chill pretty tolerable. 26, air pressure steady. 30.53 inches of mercury. Winds out of the south. They're going to be with us for the next couple of days right now, and that is something that's going to eventually lead to a sizable warm-up. Today, we're going to manage to see the upper half of the 30s, which is almost up to the climate standard. Winds right now 5 to 10 miles per hour, but as we move along through tonight, you really begin to see that wind pick up, and that's when the warm air really builds in. So warmer later this week, next couple of days, certainly on the warm end of the November scale. The weekend does feature some rain, but not the entire weekend. Right now, future track clouds, and yes, there's some very light activity that's not reaching the ground, so we call that virga. Yes, the V word of the day, but the virga, not actual precipitation at ground level, but you see it being detected by radar. All of this between storm systems under high pressure. We've had a pretty good looking day under that, and now later tonight a warm front for the west ahead of a storm system. It's actually going to stay north of us, but that warm front will draw in some pretty warm air behind it, and we'll enjoy a couple of days on the warmer side. But extra cloud cover, but here are the surface observations. Nobody's reporting snow, so at this point seems very unlikely we would see even flurries at this point. Limited sun this afternoon, 37 the high, staying in the low 30s, eventually upper 20s for a couple of hours tonight before temperatures really take off. And you see what's going to happen here. Future track temperatures 20s just before midnight, and then we see the temperatures rise and then climb sharply tomorrow with those gusty south winds and even more sunshine. So we go from the 30s to around 50 by tomorrow afternoon. Future track high pressure gliding to the south and east. A few mid-level clouds today. Pretty quiet day until tonight. The winds start picking up around 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow by mid-morning, late afternoon, or late morning into mid-afternoon, I should say, we'll have some gustier winds at times 30 to 35 miles per hour behind that warm front. That's going to help temperatures climb pretty quickly into the upper 40s and low 50s. And then moving into Thursday, a little bit less in the way of winds. We don't have the really gusty wind, but we're talking more of a moderate breeze, 20 miles per hour, 15, and with some sunshine, that'll help us reach the 50s to low 60s ahead of this cold front. That will then swing through, and the upper level winds, you see things will be supporting that type of warm-up. Big ridge aloft, allowing for that warmth to build in for the midweek, and then we get closer to the weekend. Big system to the west comes in. We see that a big trough being carved out in the upper levels of the mid part of the country, meaning cooler air comes in, and unsettled weather, also more seasonably chilly weather. Some rain, maybe a little snow, but at this point, little if any accumulation expected those 2 nights, Saturday and Sunday morning. Temperatures by then a little more typical for this time of the year, but ahead of that, there's that warm-up for Wednesday, Thursday, and even Friday at this point. For the next few days, warm stuff. The next week, closer to 40, which is kind of what you expect for the midsection of November as we approach eventually Thanksgiving. It looks actually decent next week as well. 30s today in most spots. Filtered sunshine, 38 in Northwood, 39 in New Hampton with, again, partly sunny skies, a light west breeze turning more to the southwest around 10 miles per hour. 26 tonight, mainly clear. Temperatures climbing late, though. We'll be in the 20s for a couple of hours late in the evening. And then tomorrow, gusty day, 49, winds out of the south at times 30 to 35 miles per hour. That'll be the windiest day of the week. 7-day forecast, a little bit of a rain, perhaps snow mixture heading into early Saturday, again early Sunday, and then we dry things out for Sunday afternoon and for next week.
Thank you, Ted.